microphone off again?
No.
Okay. Get all quiet.
I was setting up the flight systems on my shuttle. Okay, where did this come from?
What?
One of our turrets, the engineering turrets, fell through the solar panel and is upside down on the ground over here.
It always does that. There's always one flippy, lippy, dippy.
Yeah.
Couldn't you put like a cockpit on it and just try to flip it around?
Well, there's no thrusters or anything to flip it
okay.
around.
Maybe an RCS. And hold X.
Right, I can get this second extender going.
I wonder if these flipping turrets was the same problem or the same bug where when I was rebuilding my SV, it started flying on its own.
I don't know, because this seems just to be like it's falling through that, or
well, remember when we had him down here, they would flip on the side or upside down.
They would flip up, or
There's only one of them. The other ones wouldn't do that. We got a whole bunch of these.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, it was the one right over in this area.
Yeah, maybe.
And this is the same area where your thing started freaking out.
Actually, mine was over here, kind of, but it flew all over the place.
Yeah, it ended up over on that thing.
Oh, that drone attacked his ship. This torn down ship that I haven't done anything with.
Well, why haven't you done anything with it?
Because it's gonna tear it down, but I haven't bothered.
All right, let's see what we got in here. All right, I'm gonna head back to the ship, and then I should be able to. I'm going to start upgrading the ship while we're waiting on that to. All right, let's start with the front and work backward. Let's see.
Make an upgrade?
I'm going to add lights and
stuff.
Yeah. Lights, sensor. Sensors went. All right. All right, we're gonna start.
Next Xerox attack is less than 3 days.
Yep. Here. This is going to be the cockpit.
this won't dock because of the blocks. Huh. One of these junk turrets is a different faction.
What?
One of these junk turrets is not factioned.
Well, if it's not factioned, it means he took out the core.
No, it's the rear east turret. It says it's not factioned.
Oh, you mean of our turrets?
Yeah, the little drop turrets.
It's probably just private then.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I needed more ammo. So what are you upgrading, actually?
Lights.
Oh, just lights. Okay. I thought you were, like, upgrading the blocks or something.
Nope, I'm just adding lights.
Which ship's gonna have the garden? Third? Or none?
Honestly, I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to have an external garden, and we're going to just return to that.
Okay.
If I did put a garden on one, it would be the middle section. right, lights are all completed. So what do you think?
Looks fine.
All right, the next thing that I'm going to do is...
My next trick. Sensor for the ramp.
Something like that. It's weird. Should be. That's very weird.
What? What's weird? Everything's weird.
It's not working anymore.
Uh-oh. I'm not. I'm sitting in one of the passenger seats right now, so it's not me.
There we go. What? Oh, no. So the problem is I am down here, so hold on.
It's just trying to eat you. Oh, put a ramp in here.
Yeah. But the problem is that is within the sensor like it's supposed to be, but it...
Are you tying the shutter door to the sensor as well?
The shutter door and the... Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I ought
because
to
the
do
shutter door has its own sensor. It just opens when you get near it. So if it's getting both signals, it might be going open, close, something like that.
Well, no, because if you tie it to a sensor, it will only do it that. But the problem is I'm tying it to the door and the sensor. It's if it's the door or the sensor, it should work. But all right, let me do this instead.
Are you moving the sensor? No.
Hold on.
Why does the pentaxic tank emit radiation when there's toxin in it? Nope. I'm using 2 doors now.
Well, I was. I don't see why we can't just do this.
Yeah.
It doesn't need that lower thing, you know?
Not really, no. If anything, if having another shutter door or door or whatever, just be extra protection.
Yeah.
Air loss, but
Okay, I think we have a decently designed ship. We should have... All right, I'll move all the input back to there. And then the output. I'll put these in there. And then I'll need to organize the input because some of this stuff doesn't go in here. Okay, I believe that is all the extraneous stuff. All right, there we go. I believe we are set.
Yay.
I guess we'll return to the station. And put these on and then call it a day.
Oh, chip here.
That's fine. But I think our capital vessel is fully operational.
The only thing left it needs really is just, weapons.
Warp drive.
Warp drive, yeah. Shields. Which, once you put shields on it, you're gonna swap out the warp drive, probably.
Yeah. And that will only happen once we... is that all the way on the other side? It is. That will only happen once we've got the midsection completed. What I'm going to do is when I start the midsection, I'm going to start the midsection by designing the connection where this ship will connect to the...
on the backside?
Yeah. Where this ship will connect to the front of the other one.
One of the things you can do is have it slot in right in between the gap between the thrusters.
Well, what I was going to do is I was going to have it so that when this thing slides backwards into it, that the whole of the rest of it connects around it. It'll just be slightly easier that way than trying to get it to slot into it. But I was going to have the the landing gear in those slots to connect to the other part.
Yeah.
Or I guess docking pads, because you're no longer really landing with them. But
since this is your scenario, could you build a different block type that would act as a docking clamp instead of using landing gear?
Honestly, I don't know. I guess theoretically I could create a block that acts as a docking pad that just has the shape of a regular block. But I don't see the point.
Or any other object
that.
you can do, like using the docking pads from HVs.
Yeah, but if you used those, it wouldn't dock as fluidly as if you just use one of the regular docking things anyway. Okay. Let's do this and then this. go. I am going to go ahead and switch to my environmental suit. Yeah, let me just take this armor boost off of it. I'm not going to need that.
That was what I was wearing.
Well, no, I had an armor boost on mine as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Walking slow, that's why there's a jetpack.
Yeah, that's why I just jetpack around. Alright. 2 CPU extenders. Let's put them like this. That's 1. And 2. Hooray! I got an auto miner core from that. And it seems that there's a strange transmission stuck in the station's receiver. The lines of code are as follows. And then it has a whole bunch of lines of code, but I know how to read it. So
it's because you wrote it.
Basically, it's 0, 4 numbers, 0, 4 numbers, 0, 4 numbers. Every set of 4 numbers that is not a 0 is a potential door code on the Rados drone base. And there are 10 variants of the Rados drone base that are all identical except for the door codes. But all the door codes are listed in that set, but not all the door codes in that set are used on every drone base. So in order to hack the door, I have to try each one code until I find which one it is. Now, there are some drone bases that use one code for more than just one door. But there are some drone bases that each door has a separate code. So it makes it where
you mean one base that might have 2 doors that might be different codes?
Well, like one. Okay, let's say there's as an example, it's the Rados drone base, so it's got a left entrance and a right entrance door that you can unlock. You can either unlock it or blow it up with explosives, your choice. But, as an example, those doors, one of them may have one code, another may have another code, but they may both have the same code. Or a door deeper in may have the same code as an entry door or as another door that's deeper in, or, so on and so forth, to the point where really you just have to try each code for each door every time.
Yep, as well, because there's no logic to it necessarily.
Okay, so let's see. I just completely forgot which box I was connected to, but it
connected to anything.
But I got some rewards that were put into that box.
Oh.
Let me see if I can. There it is. Multi-boost, drill charge, multi-charge, fusion cells, and an auto miner core.
So
Multi-boost is going to come handy. The fusion cells I can go ahead and put into the fuel of the station, which is what it's meant for. Okay. That completes engineering rank 5, which gave me enough unlock points that I could start another specialization, but I have already started the medical specialization, so I think I'm going to save that for things like the 150 required structural repair emitter, and some of the other things.
I have 1,000 points I can spend.
I have 872 right now.
I have 1,010 exactly.
Have you completed rank 5 of your scout mission?
Exploration?
Yeah, exploration?
I'm on 6. I have to go to the different planets and find those things. Oh, there's 4 of them now. Mysterious Eagles Part 1, Part 2, Quarantine, Mysterious Source.
Once I get to level 25, I can use some of these unlock points to unlock some of the special experimental technologies, Chemical X, the X reactor, and the ion drive thruster. Which adding the ion drive thruster to our capital vessels would severely lower our power usage and increase our thrust. So, yeah, regardless of which portion of the thing gets added to. So that will be nice. But I guess we're going to call this an episode. We're going to... we never did pick up that advanced constructor.
Oh, no, we didn't.
But I guess next episode next week, we're going to start getting this place repaired up. My medical mission, I am going to go ahead and activate medical rank 3, which just requires me to create the injections. Let me go ahead and unlock all the medical things that I need. Okay. Might as well go ahead and unlock this and this. That will help. That will help. Oxygen station, we've recovered a lot of those, but all right, holding off on those. Looking at engineering, let me unlock the base teleporter, repair console. When I get to level 20, I can unlock the structural repair emitter. I've already got tier 2 of all the other things unlocked now. I guess the capital vessel tier 3 CPU extender, I can go ahead and unlock. Capital vessel landing gears, let's unlock. I'm not going to worry too much about the small vessel stuff because most of that is stuff that's highly salvageable. Resource gathering, let's unlock this. Let's go ahead and unlock the auto miners, the deconstructor, and the furnace. And that. Okay. That is nice.
Okay, I just unlocked long range detector.
Oh, for the exploration? Yeah.
For a CV, I think. No, it says SV.
SV. It's an SV detector.
Oh.
And it looks like that radar dish. It's a 3x1x3 thing.
Okay.
And so it takes up a lot more space on your small vessel, but it literally scans the entire sector that you're in and shows you things. It may not identify everything, but it identifies like the third of the stuff that's closest to you.
Cool.
If you're on a planet of just about any size, it will show you everything on the planet, but not necessarily identify what they are. It identifies about a quarter of a planet. Oh, excuse me. About a quarter of a planet at a time, though. So yeah, you see it's 50 kilometers is its space range. And its planetary range, I think, is 20 kilometers. which is large enough to cover most planets.
It's worth 100,000 space bucks.
Mm-hmm. But look at what it requires.
Far too much.
Yeah, we don't have that level of stuff yet.
20 power sapphire plates.
The Scout Sniper is actually a really nice weapon to unlock as well.
I did.
Okay. Eventually, I would like a tier 2 Scout Rifle and a Scout Sniper, but because they use the same ammo, it's so much better than having, an assault rifle and a sniper rifle, because it all just uses the Scout ammo, the Scout rifle rounds. So, in any case, that's going to be it for this episode. Like I was saying, next episode, we're probably going to finish the engineering section here, get it all set up, get it all pretty looking, and then we'll start repairing the rest of the base and setting up things like the solar satellites and utility things in space, and maybe start working on the midsection of the capital vessel, but that we'll decide that once we get the
parts we need for it.
Oh yeah, once we get the space station fully operational. I would love to be able to get the space station fully operational, give us each our own living quarters on here, have the storage area fully decked out. I mean, have you seen this thing when it was fully operational?
I don't remember if I have. I keep resetting every time, though.
Well, because I did build this as a fully operational space station before I turned it into a junkyard. So, yeah. I mean, all the way with sensors and everything. That's why you'll see that there are, sensors and labels and stuff on a lot of things telling you where things are. Like always, we're probably just gonna seal off the command center up here, because there's really no point to it. It's just an aesthetic thing to make it look like this was the brain center of, a
CDC.
Yeah, basically, a CNC, command and control center. And yeah, but I do, and then you've got the mess hall that can, have people there, and we're probably going to go ahead and get the docking bay set up next week as well, so that we can start docking our small vessels and such in here. That way, we'll have a place to store them. We'll probably want to put some weapons on it, but since this sector no longer has a Xerox patrol vessel, we don't have to worry about that as much.
It doesn't even say there's going to be an attack.
Yeah, but the space ones never do.
Oh,
as far as I know. But yeah, we can set up the crew quarters and maybe set the lower deck crew or the upper deck crew quarters as a storage, while setting up the lower deck as, each of us gets our own little room with, with our own bathroom and everything in it. Because right now it's the captain's quarters, the medic's quarters, and the engineer's quarters down there that are all destroyed and damaged. The upper level quarters are surprisingly intact with a whole bunch of stuff. There's a laser drill, some medicines and such, pulse rifles, and all sorts of things. But in any case, I'm dilly-dallying. That's going to be it for these episodes. I hope everybody enjoyed them. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section down below. If you have, well, if you liked it, hit the like button. And, yeah, my brain's shutting down. So, as always, I'm Know-It-All-DM.
I'm Fragalot.
Subscribe. That's what I forgot. Subscribe to us to see more. And as always, y'all have a good day now.